Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Good morning again, and welcome to another episode of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today, we're going to talk about what makes a successful campaign. Talk about SEO campaign and what makes that campaign successful. And here are the scrapbook that you're going to need in order to put this campaign together. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and pose a question in the chat room, or you can call 347-324-3460. Again, 347-324-3460. We're going to take a station break real quick, and we'll be back in a moment. We're going to hear a word from our sponsor, Apple Capital.
You're listening to the Core Business Show, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. Apple Capital Group in Jacksonville, Florida, is a commercial lender that specializes in asset-based loans, equipment leasing and financing, invoice financing, commercial real estate loans, and asset-based financing in the U.S. and Canada. Apple Capital Group is a direct lender that lends on their private equity investment portfolio. 90% of most loans are decided within 2 hours, and vendor funding within 24 hours after documents are completed, with a one-page application. No slow no's, just a quick decision and a fast yes. To get more information about lending from Apple Capital Group, call 866-611-7457. That's 866-611-7457 to speak with one of our loan specialists. Or visit us right now at applecapitalgroup.com. Welcome back to the Core. Once again, here's Tim Jacquet.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Core Business Show. We had a technical problem. They did not turn on the mic. So let me go recap real quick so to bring you up to speed, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to play the interview I had yesterday. With this segment today is, what does an internet marketing campaign look like? Okay? Two halves of this interview today is going to be one section and then the second section. The first section is know your customer, know your target, know your budget, set your goals, and measure your success. Those are the things you want to focus on first. Again, you want to know your customer, you want to set your target, you want to know your budget and set your goals and measure your success. Know the customer you're appealing to, who you're going to be marketing to your person, if it's an older or younger person, and know how the demographics you're going to be targeting as a particular person. Okay? Also, take a look at, know what budget you set, and if you have a budget, make sure you set that budget. Also, you want to set your goals at the same time, and you want to measure your success. Now, there's 13 items that you should list in dealing with and hiring an internet marketing company. Number one is on-site optimization, okay, which is technical. Look at Google guidelines. Number two is look at content. Make sure it's fresh and on-site content of high quality. Number three, you want to do some guest blogging, build relationships with some other people, and create relevancy. Number four, you want to do brand monitoring, high quality in reviewing your link profile. If you want to look at these, you want to download some apps in your browser. One is from SEO Book, one is SEO Moz, and the other one is Alexa Ranking. And all that, if you load those, you can see exactly about every single company, every single competitor, what they have on their particular links. And you can see where their links are coming from, how their page rank is, all the details, pretty much outline of their company. So kind of keep that in mind. Number four, also you want to look at your links and anchor text to see where they're coming from. Also, number six is talking about public relations. There are free press releases you can send out twice a month. Google that and send those out. And also, at least quarterly or every other month, put a real release out from the news wires to get more traffic to who you are and build your brand. Number seven, social engagement. Make sure you engage your customers in those platforms of Twitter and Facebook, all the other type of social media, Pinterest, so forth, I talked about yesterday. Also, make sure you build yourself as a leader. Building yourself as a leader, you become an influencer, you become an authoritative content, white papers, and also you want to do some webinars. Also, list yourself and help it report it out in places like if you like talking or speaking, or you're an expert in a particular field, you've been doing it for a while, and you can talk like it's on the top of your head. Being a professional interviewer, I mean, let people contact you to interview you on a particular item, and they get content, you get notice, and you can use these things from CNN or NBC, and you can actually post that to your site to make yourself look more credible. Okay, and it's called Help It Report It Out. Just list yourself as an expert in a particular field. And also look at EarnShare for number 9. Position high quality social content that people want to look at. Also, you want to list yourself in, Social Bro, or measure yourself in Social Bro, or is it Your Buzz from American Express, Hootsuite. Look how these links are interacting with each other, where they're coming from, where the feeds are coming from, and those little seeds that you lay out actually will help your website. Also, look at your traffic placement for number 10, paid opportunities, but set a budget when it comes to the CCP campaign. They get really expensive. Set a budget. If it's $100, set $100. Use those coupons. Google has coupons. Yahoo, MSN has a coupon. Register your website with those few coupons. None of this is going to really help you unless you have a website. Also, number 11 is gaming. Gamification is when you have customer reward programs, loyalty rewards, and discounts. List yourself in Groupons. Get all the traffic you can get. Take a few hits. You're in a service business. You kind of can afford to take, instead of charging $50 for a service, you can charge $25 or something like that. For a product, it's really difficult to do that because it's going to be a loss leader, and you can't do a lot of that. You'd be out of business. Or you can get some promotion items from your suppliers. They may be willing to give something out on rewards if they feel like you're going to be selling more of it. Also, number 12 is a comparison shopping search engines. You have free and paid listings there. And lastly, create an RSS feed. I'm going to play the interview I had yesterday, and we're going to wrap the show up after that. And I'm going to post this on Blog Talk. I'm going to post this on blog.applecapitalgroup within the next 20 minutes while this interview is playing.
Building will always be an element of SEO or inbound marketing. It's just, again, changed the way we do it. Let's focus on the anchor text. So diversification, no longer just anchor text is the keyword, really just a poor signal. And Google has been telling this to us for a long time. It's with the Penguin update, just a slap in the face to webmasters. Hey, I've told you this for so long. Here is the Penguin update. So more focus on the trust at the core of the integrity. When we look at those sites like Amazon and Wikipedia at that core, that's where you want to get close to, as close as you possibly can. Public relations certainly is the most important element related to this inbound marketing strategy. Gaining the pitches, interviews, and the citations and more, it increases your brand awareness within the internet space. So if you can leverage resources or time, certainly it is important, social as well as public relations. Social engagement, routine updates and communications across all platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., certainly should be leveraged. Thought leadership, become an influencer within your space, in your vertical. Create or somehow maintain authoritative content related to your services or your product. Create white papers, do webinars related to your industry and your space. This thought leader just position you as a thought leader in your industry and will gain you that additional brand and citation recognition. And these are all earned opportunities and earned shares, position high quality and content socially, and then market that high quality content to earn shares. Just going out and purchasing 20,000 plus ones for your content is of no value. It's creating that high quality infographic or video or webinar, pushing it out there and doing a good job, putting your time into it, some muscle, some sweat, and actually putting something out there that business owners or your target audience really appreciates. And that's how you earn those shares. Traffic replacement is certainly something I've discussed with many folks who unfortunately are in the window, on the downside of this window of Penguin, and they need to replace their traffic. So they wait for the next refresh and opportunities. High, obviously, in paid CPM or ad networks and retargeting on an organic or a paid side is an opportunity to replace traffic, as well as referral traffic. That's the guest blogging, getting more sites to refer back to your site, as well as display advertisement. Gamification implementation on websites is certainly a great recommendation for internet marketing to increase the amount of return visitors. That's customer rewards, loyalty badges, discounts, and on-site programs. And with Google Shopping now being available, free or paid, comparison shopping engines should be certainly included with any e-commerce internet marketing strategy. And lastly, RSS and subscribers. Put the authority of your RSS and your subscriptions, and that's your blog as well as your YouTube subscribers. That is a signal within the algorithm as far as your authority is concerned. So make certain that you are putting an actual call to action for your RSS and your subscribers. Some of the tools and resources that we use to prepare today and we use on a daily basis within SEO or SEOmoz.org, OpenSite Explorer, Majestic SEO, Ahrefs, as well as HubSpot. So we definitely want to thank those companies and those tools for their wonderful products and services they offer. So at this time, we do want to open up Q&A as I'm looking at my PR person to my side, and I see that we have gotten quite a few amount of actual questions at this time. I do want to let everyone know that we will be posting this on slideshare.net/Webamax as well as youtube.com/Webamax. And if you have immediate questions regarding your site, please contact the phone number listed here as well as this email address.
Everyone, this is Ken Wisniewski again. And again, we appreciate the opportunity to kind of roll through and discuss the actual outline of the discussion today. And again, we're actually in the process of gathering up some questions. So we're going to run a little bit over time here. We had originally intended for it to be an hour, but again, we want to make sure we're trying to address some questions that are coming in. As we're kind of getting those together, one of the first questions that have kind of come in was a little bit on the high level side. Just related to why is Google suddenly making so many more updates, and why is there so much more of an interest in the integrity of the actual search results? I think the reality around that can be looked at in several different aspects. I think one of the big things is over the course of time and how the internet has evolved here over the last decade or so, interest that's really around natural search results has really increased. When it really first started, I think there was not as much of a clear delineation to the average internet user between paid and natural search. And over time, we've started more and more effort and also interest on the actual consumer side of going towards actual natural search results. That seems to be the area where the best conversions are driven. So in turn, it's been our impression that Google's paying very close attention to that, because the fact that natural search ultimately takes away from one of their biggest revenue sources, which is the paid search entity. So for a lot of different reasons, Google is paying a lot more attention to natural search, and because of that, we obviously feel that it's something that we need to pay very close attention to as well. We can anticipate that there's going to be more additions to different updates such as this. The Penguin update will probably have several other different reiterations, and will continue for some time, much as the predecessor, the Panda update did. The reality of it is this is something that really has become the norm within natural search for everyone on the call to make clearly, being involved in a web property and making sure that natural search results are prominent. It's a very key element in your business today. So again, something that we all focus on. With that said, I know that we've got some questions here, and we're going to try to run through them. Again, keep in mind that we do have the Penguin at Webamax email set up, and it's been our intention to go back and try and answer as many questions in here. And again, we're going to run a little bit over time, but we do want to address some of those questions. Starting up first, I'm going to bring back Mike Stricker to answer a question that we had recently got and kind of touch through that and roll through these very quickly.
Hey, we've gotten some questions across the feed from WebEx, and I want to thank everybody who not only took the time to attend today. We hope that this has been useful for you, but also to thank anyone who sent us questions. How would be a good time to send those questions to the Twitter account at Webamax or to use the tool that's right there in WebEx. And one of the first questions that we have here is is a little long, but I'm going to go through this because I think it's really important that we address this. The question from a participant is: we have never purchased links. We have never done anything black hat SEO. Never done any gray hat. Yet we were really effective as a person. Half of sales in May compared to what we did in sales May 2011. We have had SEO people look at our site and they can't find anything specific that we did wrong. Wondering what we can do to improve this and get us ranking again for keywords we were penalized on. Any suggestions for sites that may have been penalized wrongly? And I'm going to do my best to answer this. I'm going to encourage this person, if they like to, connect with us either through email or to, connect with us, in any of these methods that are on your screen now, because this bears further analysis. Want to look a little more deeply. One of the things that comes to mind, and I may be reading too much into this, but when you have, as you say, SEO people look at your site, on-site signals are a minor part of this whole date, and we would expect the majority of punishable acts, if you will, the Penguin's looking for are about your inbound links and your use of a particular query. So you may have had SEO people going over your website looking for, keyword stuffing or hooking or stealth or whatever. There's a lot of things that could have used on your site wrongly, if you will. But if you haven't done those things, then we have to look off-site. We also want to look at, more specifically, what's available in your analytics. We want to see the exact peak of any organic traffic pop-off. We want to make sure that it's not.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For a free quote on equipment leasing and financing, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. And fill out the information to receive your free quote. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the Core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. Thanks again for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.